I've learned in my life that every experience, whether positive or challenging, has lessons for me to learn if I'm open to them. Combining several of those lessons led me to develop the practice of massive acceptance, radical presence. Massive acceptance is accepting something 100% completely in its entirety, exactly, absolutely the way it is. Not what I wish it was, not wanting it to be something else, but accepting it with no judgment, exactly the way it is. Radical presence is staying so focused in the moment and being so fully present that I don't bring in the lens of what was in the past. I'm not fortune telling for what might happen in the future. I'm staying so focused in the moment that I'm able to see beauty in even the tiniest things. And I'm able to stay positive and balanced and make wise choices in even the most challenging of situations. I'm going to share how practicing massive acceptance and radical presence is helping me in an experience that began about a month ago. My husband, Jack, the love of my life, has Alzheimer's, and he's in the advanced stage of it. And it became obvious to us about a month ago that it was time for us to add another layer of care for him, and that's to move him under hospice care. And the hospice team came in, and they are complementing the team at the memory care community where Jack lives. And they're kind of the in-person eyes and ears and care team for him, because due to COVID, I don't get to go in. Every once in a while, I get to do a video chat, and yet they're his primary caregivers. And so what I do, practicing massive acceptance, radical presence, is get insights from them and get input from them so I can make the wise choices with them and for them that help them give Jack the best care that he can get so that he stays, my two goals, safe and happy. The hospice team gets started, they go in to see him, and then they give me a call afterward to kind of give me an update on how he's doing. And they're going through and they're sharing what it was like to visit with him and that he was happy and what he was eating. And they were giving these vital signs that his pulse is this and his temperature is this, his PPS is this, his blood pressure is this. And I said, excuse me, what's his PPS? They said, oh, it's his palliative performance score. And I said, well, I've never heard of a PPS. And they said, yes, it's the palliative performance scale. It's what we use to help recognize the continuum of care an individual needs as they progress in the disease. And I've never heard of it before. My dad was under hospice. My grandmother was under hospice. I've had a number of friends under hospice. I've never heard of the PPS before. And so, of course, I go to Google and I Google it, and like over 8 billion responses in 0.04 seconds. And I began to learn what the palliative performance scale is and what information is available based on that. And what I recognized is that stepping back and practicing massive acceptance, when I looked at the fact that they have him at 30%, 0 is death, 100% is when you have full access to all of your faculties and everything that you can be doing. It's like, wow. And so not judging it, looking at it for exactly the way it is and staying radically present to what that meant, I was able to then start identifying things that I could be doing to provide his primary care team in the care facility with resources to help them give him the level of care that with what he has access to now can keep him safe and happy. It helped me identify questions that I had for the hospice team for anything else that I should be making for choices for Jack. It also helped me to communicate with the rest of our family. And then it helped me to check in with my emotions. What does this mean? That you can't practice emotions you've never had. So I'm beginning to experience emotions I've never been part of. And this is one of them. And so it allows me in the moment to check in with my emotions so that if I need some help or if I don't understand something, that I can get the support I need. Practicing massive acceptance and radical presence allowed me to stay so focused and so clear on exactly what was going on that I was able to help myself and everyone around me so that we're providing the best level of care for Jack and that we all feel the best about what we're doing. For example, one of the things that I do, I know that care team is working so hard because nobody can get in there. So I send goodies down every week. I send them cards. I write thank you notes. Things that I can be doing to let them know, hey, I care about you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the care you're giving Jack. Thank you for being there for him. It allowed me to talk to the hospice team and say, hey, you guys, I really appreciate you giving me this information and guiding me on this journey, because while I've been a part of it with other people, I've never been with my husband. And so it helped them to understand how they can be giving me additional information. Massive acceptance and radical presence. Embrace the moment. The last piece I'll share is that after learning this information, the next time I had a little video chat with Jack, I was able to enjoy it so fully for exactly what he had access to and how I could make the most of that moment for him. Massive acceptance and radical presence.